Here in the month of November, we're getting ready for the 2024 year. So that means we're going to be headed to Charlotte, North Carolina, specifically Mooresville, North Carolina, and we are going to help my dear friend Nick Hoffman, who owns Elite Chassis. We're taking everything down there to build a new race car for 2024. All right, so Brody is operating the camera, and he's a big part of this. So Brody, let me see here. Say hello.
Hello.
So Brody is going to be operating everything.
Yep.
He's going to be towing that trailer down there with all the parts in it. So Brody, when you get down the road, I want you to stop and say hi to everybody.
Yes, I'll do it. I'll check in as we go.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Now you hold the phone.
Yep.
Oh, his hand got in the way, but that's real.
Okay.
All right. What we're going to do, we're going to spend about 10 or 15 minutes showing you what it takes to put a UMP A-mod. A just means it's the most expensive one. 800 horsepower motor. We're going to show you the parts that it takes to put a car together. And so follow along. All right, here we go. We got, this is about a $25,000 motor. This is a 400 something cubic inch. I don't know exactly. Hey Wallace, how many cubic inch is it? I don't know, and I don't care. All I know is Daryl Hoffman built this motor, and it's gonna haul ass. So that's about a $25,000 motor, and it's ready to go in such a good way. It's obviously very heavy, but I want to point out that Quartermaster makes a really good flywheel. So I got a brand new Quartermaster flywheel on it, all new bolts. This baby is fresh, and it's ready to go. So it will be covered up, and of course everything is going to go in the trailer. Brody, let's show them the trailer. I'm gonna have my tires. I'm taking tires and wheels down there because when we finish this race car, it's gonna come back. It's gonna be race ready. As I say, it's gonna be ready to go to the pit gate in April at I-55 Speedway, Federated Auto Parts Raceway. Okay, so we've got a kick-ass battery, XS. I use their batteries. This is the lighter one. It kicks ass. Hey Wallace, how'd you do that? Well, it's their light battery. So I'll have to put lead in that spot to get my rear percentage back, but that's okay because they say that this battery is better than the heavy one. So that's that. We got a kick-ass carburetor here by Willys. Oh damn, I can't believe I'm doing this. Anything for the show. All right, so man, oh man, come on, Wallace. Keep that camera rolling. Razor blade. I have razor blades. I have razor blades all over my shop. Do you have those? These are a must. Actually, Billy Smith taught me that. Thank you, Billy. So, all right, let's show them this. This is a kick-ass carburetor. So, I'm not totally going to unwrap it, but here is about how much does carburetor cost me, Brody? $1,800?
Yeah.
About a 2,000. Hey, Wallace, where do you get all that money at? It's just, that's what you're going to pay too. So, $1,800. This is a super flow. Does not have floats. It works on a, what do they call that, Brody? Like a
Pump around.
Yeah, pump around. The fuel goes in, comes out. Hey, I don't know everything. You're smarter than me. All right, so we got the carburetor. Now listen, when I go down there, it's going to be turnkey. All right, so that tape still works good right there. All right, and then we got a brand new oil cooler because I don't want to start the year off with a used oil cooler. I always try to defend myself against the motor guys. If anything happens, they're gonna blame shit on me. So do not start out with a used oil cooler. Well, my oil cooler's only got 2 races on it. I'm telling you, shit goes wrong. Trying to save a little bit of money. I got my oil lines. This will go from the oil cooler down to the motor. Chad Mullins, who also builds my motors, and Daryl Hoffman, they like somewhere for the oil to hang out, cool down a little bit. So, come here, Brody, show this. Nice new oil cooler. Okay, new's not better, but new. That way, that's new. All the oil, new. That way we don't have to go used oil in new motor, contamination. I don't want to hear it. Wouldn't be prudent, not gonna do it. Must be nice having all that NASCAR money and everything. Okay, so take all my own oil down there. So this is 75 W90 Mobile One gear lube. That is the best shit on the market. Hey, Wallace, watch you cussing. My kid's watching this. All right, I'm sorry. What are you doing? Can't you see I'm kicking my butt? All right. Man, Quartermaster builds the nicest stuff. So, hiding my spring rate. I don't want you to see that. Flip that over, Wallace. Hey, Wallace, let us see your spring rate. So, I run the Sweet Power Steering Pump, Fuel Pump. Love my starter builder. Was that Steve? I forgot that guy's name. Daryl Hoffman told me who to go through, and I had my starters rebuilt. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, you get through the year and you tick, tick, you're like, what's wrong with it? Starter. Oh, so they just get tired. Very hard to have a starter last 70 races. You're gonna have starter issues. This is all fresh. I'm ready to go. I have figured out in my mind what I'm gonna need for lead. So I got my lead ready. There's my lead. This is my motor oil. I run 050 Mobile One motor oil. It kicks ass. It's the best motor oil in the world. This is my left front spring. This is my left front spring. This is my right front spring. Draco. Man, I'll tell you what, these guys right here, 5-star, this is a tall one. You know, I was destroying all my air filters because mud would hit like the first, the last couple inches. Finally got myself a tall one. So, got my fast shaft, drive shaft, brand new, with a kick-ass yoke. I told Pat Fagan put me a nice yoke on it. That's really nice. I love my seat belts. This is an amazing story. Go to Simpson in Mooresville, North Carolina. There's about 10 ladies in the back. They build your seat belts, like almost as you wait. But we went back about a day later, didn't we, Brody? So I love my belts. My belts go like this. Brody, this is going to be interesting for a lot of people. So, I have no ass, right? So look, I got no ass. But my wife says I got a big wiener, so that made up for no ass. Do not edit that out, Charlie. So, okay, that was funny. So anyway, I like the 6-point belt because these bolt onto the seat. There's my seat. This is going to keep me from sliding forward. They call it submarining. And then I like the cam lock belts. They're very safe. There's a thought that dirt racers shouldn't run cam locks, but they're good. And so I got all my belts here, and it goes like this, clicks like that. And so anyway, that's that. I got some really good stuff in here you're gonna want to see. Herminator showing you all this stuff here. What does it take to put a race car together? That's what this special is all about here on the Kenny Wallace Show. Brought to you by JEGS, the leader. Okay, now, here's my brand new transmission. Hey, Wallace, let us see your transmission, man. Right here. This is a Falcon Show them here, Brody. Come on in. Here's the Falcon. It's a Falcon transmission. New, because I don't want to hear it. All right. My Schoenfeld headers ready to kick some serious ass. They're used because there's just nothing wrong with them. And those are awesome. My seat. This is a very sad story and pains me. My dear friend Chris, who used to own ISP, committed suicide. So anyway, there's a little more to the story, but anyway, I feel so bad to his family. I loved Chris. Chris was the one that helped me get fitted in a seat. I had a problem my whole NASCAR career. You know, the race be over and I'd be sliding forward, and Chris really helped me. My seats are for me. I got no ass, and my seats are kind of like this, not like that. My seat, the bottoms are like this, so it keeps me from submarining. Listen, I got to sit right. If I don't sit right in that race car, I'm not no good. All right, so I run lane boards. Nick Hoffman, he says, Herman, I know how particular you are about your seats. So when I drive Nick Hoffman's car at Volusia, I'm going to go down there. He's already got another one of my seats. So this is very important to me. This is very important because let me tell you why you want to wear these. Harry Gant was sitting sideways on the back straightaway at Talladega because had a big wreck. And I forgot who it was. Somebody punched him, you know, T-bone. Well, when you get hit, if your seat ends here, that's where your leg's gonna break. You don't run these because you're weak. You run these to hold your body in. So wherever your seat ends, like, see how the seat ends right here? If your seat ends here, if you ever get T-bone, that's where your leg's gonna break because it's opposite. When you get hit, your body goes like that. So I run these to protect myself, safety. And it is good for throttle control, you know, hold you all together. The top of my seat, you know, so I work hard on this. When this gets bolted in, I'm like this, I'm ready to go. I don't drive a race car like this. I'm like when you're bowling, you're leaning, I got my gangsta lean on, I'm ready to damn go. So that bolts on the top of the seat. You know, bolts on like that. So that's the seat. Got some really good stuff in here. Now, I'm ready for my oils. This is my transmission fluid. I pour the oil out of there into here, and then this goes in the top, and we fill the motor. There's no oil in there right now. I know that. Okay, so then and then I got some power steering fluid. And then I got my, all racers run antifreeze. Mine's 50-50 because it's really not about cold weather. It's not about your block freezing. Antifreeze is a silicone. Keeps things cooler. So it's the opposite too. It does not, Wallace. Well, then I'll tell you. But it does. Everybody runs antifreeze. And the best, use it over. I'm not going to waste my antifreeze. I'm going to drain it, put it right back in. So, all right, Brody, we're coming down to the end here. Come show this badass box. All right. So, I run this 6-blade fan. I was only going to put 4 blades on. But I went somewhere, I come back, and Austin Harris bolted it all together with 6 blades. Like last year, I'm like, all right. And my motor cools really good. So I run 6 blades. I really like this because if anything happens, you can replace these individually. You get to those rocky racetracks. Gordy Gunacre told me, he said, unbelievable story. Horrible vibration in their race car. Thought the motor blew up. Took the motor out and everything. Come to find out, had a blade broke off. So we're always trying to look at your blades. So that's that. Then we got my Walker air cleaner. I run Walker air cleaners. I'm not gonna take it apart. It's my Walker air cleaner. It's nice, it's ready to go. Come down in here, bro. This is a goodie box. So I got my throttle linkage. I got my oil filter for my 050 Mobil 1 oil. Now you're asking about 050. That's all the Cup guys run, 500 laps. I figured if it was, they're turning almost 9,000 RPMs, it's good enough for me. So Brody, who's working the camera, his grandpa was big in the wars, and grounding your vehicle is very big. And when Toyota built my motors, those Japanese, buddy, they can ground anything better than we can. So I've learned about grounding. So this will go to the back of my head, this will go to my starter, and this will go to a good metal area on the race car, besides the ground on your battery. So we ground the shit out of everything. This is a really interesting piece. So this is, I don't know why Falcon makes this, but this bolts onto the transmission, and then this goes into the back here. That's that. I take, make sure I got all the, I went to a good parts store here, Jeffco Auto Parts, and I got really good hose clamps. This is for my throttle linkage, because that's the way they're little Heims on here. These are little clevises. SCP, and my buddy Steve Baku sells those. Those are some pretty cool little deals, and I found those to work really good. So you got a Heim joint, you just, and then you got your rod. Nice radiator cap. I like to switch on a little switch, and I like for my interior to light up, because I'm at these old redneck dirt tracks, no lights. And you want to see, it's just good, right? So this is a really neat little unit, 18-inch LED light. You peel it off, it sticks underneath your dash. Quick Car makes it. I really like it. Simple. It's simply just a little electric somewhere. Let me think here. Oh, this is really awesome. This is how we plug in. I pre-made this, so when I get the nicks, I'll cut it off, and I got everything ready. And this is where we'll plug in to charge our battery, or jug head will plug in. That's ready. I got, I'm like a little old lady, got my little plastic. This is this will tie bolt that down. Then I got my brand new U-bolts for the drive shaft. I got my motor mount bolts. These are 2 motor mounts in here. See it's motor mounts, 2 of them. And then got my header bolts. I got my bell housing bolts. And if you don't run these, you need to get them. These are the most badass header gaskets. Right there. Those kick ass. So anyway, that's everything. Right now I'm getting ready to load all this up into the trailer. I'm thinking that if I load everything up mid-axle, come up here, Brody. I don't want to load everything up back here, too much rear weight. So I'm thinking about putting the motor right in this area. I think put the motor right here above, over the axles. Got the tires up in here. Oh, also got the gas. So it's just easier for me to go down to Nick Hoffman's at Elite, finish the car down there. Here's why. You bring the car back here, and you're running around town looking for everything to finish the car. You go to Nick's, and everything's down there. I mean, everything. So as I am 60 years old now, I try to take a couple shortcuts for the old man, and I think that's it. So Brody, I'm gonna stand in the middle of everything, and so you want to build a race car, do you? This is the start. Follow along. Next stop will be Brody.
Hey everybody, this is Brody, Kenny's son-in-law. I'm road tripping today from St. Louis, Missouri to Charlotte, North Carolina to go pick up a new car for him in Mooresville. And then the legendary black truck and trailer. Rolling down the road. Got an early start this morning, not as early as I wanted to. Our little one Lila had a rough night, so I stuck around an hour or two longer than I wanted to leave to help Brittany out. And we're now at Buc-ee's. If you guys don't know what Buc-ee's is, I didn't. I've only stopped here for gas one time. Never went in, just filled up and rolled out. I had to put a door on a guy to get into the restroom. It was crazy in there. These gas pumps go on, I think they go all the way to Charlotte. I just follow the parking lot all the way down there. But the point in me stopping, Kenny wanted me to kind of share the trip a little bit with you guys. Big thing for me is making sure that what I'm driving is holding together for me while I'm going down the road and things aren't shifting around in the trailer. I know we got some precious goods in there. Kenny loaded everything up himself except for the engine. Obviously those are heavy, so I helped him do that. Strapped everything down beautifully. I just like to open the door, take a look at everything. So let's see what we got here. See if I didn't shift everything around. Everything seems to be looking good. Engine placed in the center of the trailer so we aren't swinging all around. Seat still strapped down. Nothing has moved an inch. Pretty happy with what we got going on here. I did check the hubs on the trailer. That's something my dad taught me. Make sure nothing's going crazy there. The last thing we would want to do is blow out a wheel bearing and get crazy on the side of the road. So we got probably, I don't know, 3.5 hours to go. If I keep the pedal to the metal, might stop one more time, who knows. Gonna go to Grandma Judy's tonight, see her, and then Kenny will be flying in tomorrow, put the car together this week, finish things up. I'll be rolling back the other way.
Well, this is a follow-up from the last one. Remember, what does it take to build a dirt car? We're down here in Mooresville, North Carolina at Elite Chassis, owner Nick Hoffman, and the car is done. So you're wondering, what the hell happened to all those parts? Where are they? All right, Brody's working the camera. When we get done with the car, we'll go say hi to Nick. But before we do that, all right, Brody, here we are. Remember that $25,000 motor? Now it's got the headers on it. Now it's got the radiator in. So Brody, go ahead and let's get a good look at the motor. It's all plumbed up, wired up. We started it up. All the fluids are in it. It's looking really good. Super happy with the installation. Want to thank Nick Hoffman's dad, Daryl Hoffman. Remember, Daryl built that motor. So it's an all Hoffman car. Nick Hoffman, Daryl Hoffman. I really like it like that. And that's the way I want to start out the 2024 year, just an all Hoffman car. So remember the battery that I was talking about, Brody? Why don't you go on back there and show them where the battery's at? Come on back here. So the battery's located right here. Brody, let's get a good shot. We'll show them the Jughead charger. So if you want to come around to this corner, our battery charger plugs into this nice little unit. You plug it in, that charges the battery up. So yeah, the car turned out really nice. We know they don't stay like this long, but boy, they sure do look good like this. Let's check those seat belts out. The seat, you're saying, Herman, where's your seat? What about the seat belts? Well, let's check it out. But before we do, I have something for all of you. It's so cool. So we've been racing all these dirt tracks, and sometimes you get to some of these dirt tracks and you just can't see. It's dark. So this year I put in a 18-inch LED light. Last year I had a 12-inch. So I want to take off my badass Max Pappas steering wheel. Max got a new wheel out. I really like the grip, so this is new. Get a hold of Max. This is different. Max makes a lot of different wheels. This is a 15-inch wheel. Max makes the coupler. So I really like this wheel. That's a big deal. So we're going to turn the light on, and we're going to let Brody show you the seat belts. But I just... hey, Wallace, you going dancing at a disco? Hell yeah, baby. All right, we're going to turn the power switch on. Brody, let's bring the camera on in here. So we got an accessory switch right here. All right, here we go. 1, 2, Earnhardt. Woo, baby. Check that out. So what I really like about that, Brody, let's go ahead and show them the seat belts. There's the seat belts. Of course, that's the headrest. So I run leg boards. I really like my right side leg board there. You see that? I lay my leg up against that. And then Brody, let's show them the left side leg board. Let's go up here. So Brody, what I want to show everybody is I've studied the best drivers in America, and we're always turning left. We want to go left. So I don't want my head over here. So let's go to the front of the car and shoot the seat. Let's show how you going up there. Let's zone in on the seat. Okay, so we see the seat. My head's this way. We're ready to go left. And I really like my head to be in there tight. So I turn this off. Really happy with the way the car come out. I asked Nick Hoffman his permission. He said, Herman, let's show everybody Elite chassis. Now, a lot of people are shocked because Nick does this with his family out of a 2-car garage. Nick says, guess what number car this is? 69! Woo! So we're going to have fun with that all year long.